Let's check the fuses, and then I'd say let's power this baby on for a smoke test. Alright. Looks like there's only 4 fuses. I'm going to leave the plate filled up, and I'm going to turn this sucker on and see what we get. Alright, power is connected. Here we go. I turned it off because I didn't like how it sounded. I don't see any smoke. Got a nice little hum. Okay. I forget that the coil that activates is on the coin door to activate the coin slots. Alright, so let's try hitting the start button just to see if we get any motion.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode on Straight Down the Middle. My name is Cary Hardy, and I talk into everything pinball. So if that sounds interesting to you, then hit that subscribe button down below. So I'm back here to finish up this electrical mechanical machine. Where we left off last time was right before I began to check the fuses and powering this thing on for the first time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, there's going to be a lot of footage that's not here, and that a lot of footage is me tinkering with this thing, going through every contact of every friggin' switch, trying to deter the problems that I do find. If I was to record every second of the time spent on this damn machine, it'd be hours and hours of footage, me actually underneath this machine at one point, looking at schematics, passed out at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out a particular issue. But what issues I do find, I do explain how I resolve them. When it comes to cleaning and shopping this machine out with the new rubbers and LEDs and stuff like that, I'm not going to go into great detail on that either, because chances are you know how to do that. And if you don't know how to do that, I'm sorry, but maybe that'll be future content for you new guys. Once the machine was complete, this game did not stick around my house very long. Put it up for sale, and an arcade down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area snagged it up. I enjoy selling these games to arcades and stuff like that because it gives a chance for these games to have more contact than just someone having it sitting in their house, like us collectors tend to do. But a part of me felt a little bad because I'm pretty sure this game was a home use only, undocumented of course, but it was in good condition in comparison to other EMs that I've had to work with. But I digress. I move on. It's not like I grew a personal relationship with this machine, because without a doubt there are games that I would consider a little closer to my heart that I care deeply about. And there's some of my machines that I treat kind of like a redheaded stepchild and just try not to look at them or worry about them. And for those of you out there that keep staring at the getaway, don't worry, you'll know that story in the future. So let's pick up where we left off.
Alright, well, all the score reels have hit 0, but it's not going, and that might be because it's not detecting the ball, so let's try that again. There we go. So, if I had this switch held down, let's try hitting the start button now. Looks like this is gonna need a going through again to see if I missed anything. Maybe we're not getting good contact on some of these. So the search continues.
Like I said, hours and I think even a full day later.
Alright guys, so everything is fixed and ready to go, but we're going to start out by talking about what it is, what's wrong with this machine. So let's turn over here to this. Alright, so the first issue, the reason why it kept on making the popping sound is because that was the sound effect that the machine makes when you insert a coin into the game. So to give you an idea, if I was to... That's what it's supposed to make. So if I was to hold this down, I can't even hold it down because it was so messed up and shorted on the player one right here. It was so shorted in there, like the wire that was supposed to be in the slot down here was actually up inside here and making these things touch each other. Oh shit. See? Caused a short. Great. Alright, time to adjust the relay, because evidently the relay's locked on, so let's fix that. Alright, so the next issue I had was once I was able to turn the machine on and it not be making noise. That was also a plus. The next issue I had was whenever I pressed the start button, nothing happened. I'm just hitting the start button. There's obviously credits on the machine, but nothing's going on. Close observation of my relays down here in the bottom area. There was an obstruction in one of them. Was able to clear it out, clean the contacts. I was able to start a game. So I was like, good, we should be good to go, right? No more issues, no more anything. Wrong. I would have continuous one ball. Ball one would just continuously keep going. It never... The index, my ball index, would never push forward to the next ball. I could do it manually all day, but it wouldn't automatically do it. So let me show you the mech system for this and explain to you what the problem was. Okay, so here is the ball index mechanism. So this is how this works. Essentially, after a ball ends, this coil is supposed to fire, which basically increases it to make it to where it's on ball 2. But if you're on a 3-ball game, then it would actually fire twice. And it also depends on if you have 1 or 2 players going. So essentially this will fire all the way until it gets to the last ball of the game. Like right there would be the final way to go. And then this coil would fire to reset it. So right now we're at game over right here. This coil would fire to reset. Bam. Now we're back to ball 1 again. The issue was this coil right here wasn't firing. And trust me, this was very troublesome for me because I was able to ohm the coil, continuity and all that kind of stuff. I was going through the schematics. I was up till like 3 o'clock in the damn morning trying to figure out what was going on here. Tracing it the best I can. I mean, that's the thing with these old machines, that they're so tightly wound and bounded and where they can go. They are color coded, so it is a perk. And I've been cleaning all kinds of contacts and scrubbing down this side of the mech to make sure it's all clean. And I still need to do the mech up here, up top. But yeah, this right here was an issue. And it got to the point to where I actually I caved. I radioed for help, rather. I tried to contact one of our fellow Dallas-Fort Worth members that is very savvy in the EM department. And he never got back with me until after I figured out the issue, though. So I messaged him, and I started to go, you know what? Let me do a reflow on the proprietary connections to this mech. So all I did was reflow the solder on the lugs to this coil. And that bitch took off like a striped ass ape. Fixed the issue. Hours looking at schematics, troubleshooting out the wazoo, and all I had to do was reflow the solder on that damn coil lug. And then it took off. No more issues. Everything's working 100% now. It's good to go. So, those are the only issues I had with this machine mechanically. Now it's time to continue with cosmetics. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to file and clean this right here. See, I don't even know what this is. I mean, it's for the score reels and everything, but exactly how it works, I'm not that savvy in it. But I'm going to go ahead and clean this just to make sure it's, you know, more basically reliable. So I'm going to clean those contacts all over this board and on the actual clock mech and stuff like that. Everything else looks really good. This machine is probably, honestly, one of the cleanest EMs that I've got to deal with in the past. A lot of these leaf switches and contacts are actually pretty damn clean in comparison to what I've had to see in the past. And that is all kinds of leaf switches with wavies in there and contacts that are either missing, burnt, just crud all over them. It's just not fun. But surprisingly enough, the dirt that I've found in these contacts has been little to almost none. This was an undocumented, home use only machine, so I'm thankful for me being able to find this machine and rescue it, and let's get it cleaned up now and see if anybody wants it, because I don't want it.
I'm going to start by cleaning the score reels. It's a pretty simple task. I mean, just kind of spin them around, wipe them off. You can use almost like, you know, Windex will be sufficient in my mind. And so I think it's just what I used. They were pretty filthy. Installing the LEDs on this back box is a little bit of a pain on these older machines because literally the only way you can get them in there is by doing what I'm doing here to get it down there. I don't have fingers small enough to do a twist and pull or a twist and insert. Fully LED back box. I used cool white. What the hell is that? For some reason there's an off color in there. We'll fix that. Ta-da! Let's get this back glass on here. This is actually the first time I'm showing the back glass. I'd give this back glass an easy 9.5 out of 10 score on condition. It's only got one little bitty speck that's missing on this damn thing. Other than that, totally great condition. Lovely quality. Onto the playfield. It's going to give you a pan over here just to show you what the current condition is of everything. I believe I've already pulled the rubbers off of the flippers. I think they were already cracked and busted anyways. So overall the playfield looks pretty damn good. I mean, this is easily a pretty good, easy flip when it comes to cleaning. So now I've got everything completely stripped off of this playfield, down to just the bare bones of getting things cleaned up. Now I got the LEDs. What I did, I went with the Warm 2 SMD LEDs. I believe I got these through Titan, and they work and look great. So, all new Titan rubbers, and playfield's all nice and cleaned and waxed up, and we are ready to play some old school pinball. I even put new flipper bats on this because I think the previous ones were busted. Plastics are all in really great shape in this game too. Now, I really wish that I would have had some better gameplay for you guys on this. This is actually my 3-year-old daughter playing. She is not the best yet, but she's working on it. She'll get some game better on. Like I said, she's even used to the faster playing games, so this is actually her first EM to ever play. But this at least gives you a visual of what the game looked like whenever it was complete. And there it is, guys. That wraps up the Toledo series, a two-parter series. I guess you could call it a mini-series or just a two-parter. Screw it. We'll just call it a two-part series. Now, electromechanicals are machines that I'm not basically going after, but if I do happen to stumble across them, just, to get content for you guys, then I definitely will. But I do not pursue these machines, mainly because they are aggravating to work on. Props to all of you guys out there that their primary hobby in this industry is EMs. Thank you for all the work that you do to keep these things going, mainly because I sure as hell don't want to do it. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. If you liked this video and you learned something, be sure to give me that thumbs up to let me know. Feel free to leave me some comments below for you other EM fans out there, or EM haters. Bring it on. And if you haven't already, do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below. That way you can be notified on whenever we upload something for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, guys. Peace out.